Hello everybody and welcome back. Kdocrock here, and in today's full-length video that I am bringing you today, we are going to be going over the steps necessary in order for you to get your free Wonder Weapon and also all 4 of the upgrades. And of course there are prerequisites to this. You're going to want to have power on and also Pack-a-Punch. In your process of going to get Pack-a-Punch, go ahead and grab that yellow fuse from underneath the cockpit of the plane. But don't worry, if you miss out on it, you can always do it in another step later. But I go ahead and grab that now if you plan on doing the upgrades. Once those 2 requirements are met, you can go ahead and wait for a Megaton to spawn into the map, and you're going to lead him over to Pond by the tree that has the fungus. Don't worry, if you destroy the original Megaton, he will split into Megaton bombers, and there will be 2. And what you're looking here is for 2 things. You want a Megaton bomber to throw some radioactive waste at this tree to ignite the fungus and have it go through its chemical change. And then you want to kill the Megaton bombers, and after you kill the second one, he will drop this yellow key card. You're going to take that yellow key card down into the weapons lab to this computer, interact with the computer, and you're going to have a drawer open that will reveal the D.I.E remote control. You're going to take that D.I.E remote control back over to Noct in the living room. There is a section in the living room that is kind of a little cube shape. There's a hole in the side of the wall, and it's kind of have some blue lighting, so you'll know you're in the right spot. Plus your D.I.E remote control will be beeping. And a process that I find that works very easily is what you're seeing on screen right now, is hoarding up the zombies outside of Noct. And if you follow this process and keeping the side door closed so none of them spawn from inside to trap you or block you. But once they're all hoarded up, you can make a dash to that door, open the door, and then go ahead and activate the trap where the D.I.E weapon is located right here. This will now turn into a trap, and it will begin sucking all the zombies in, kind of like a soul collection box, if you will, at this trap. But as you see, I'm bobbing weaving back and forth and in and out, and having great success with killing the zombies. You need about 20 to 30, and once that is complete, you can go back over to that hole in the side of the wall and activate it again, and it will blow the door open. And now you can go in and go ahead and collect your D.I.E Machine Weapon. So now there are some more prerequisites if you continue on, and if you're going to do these upgrades. You'll get another portal that spawns in through the process of doing this, and you'll need to take this portal so that you can build your ether scope. And if you get the portal that was on top of Noct, or the anomaly rather, your path is going to be grabbing the antenna first, which you just saw there, which is just outside of Noct under that little staircase out in the yard. Your next part is going to be on top of the plane that you're going to see here. And every time you grab one of these parts, you're going to have a plethora of plague hounds that are going to spawn in. 5 to 6 every time you grab a part. But as you can see, I'm not having too much trouble. Just keep on your toes and be aware of the plague hounds chasing you and coming after you. And try to take them out one at a time if you can, or in a group when you get them bunched up indoors. Seems to work very well. And then for the third and final part of the ether scope on this particular route, it is down here in the particle accelerator room, in between the staircases between the medical bay and the weapons lab, and the part that dips down to the lowest portion of the particle accelerator room. But once you have all 3 of those components, you can go ahead down to the bottom of the particle accelerator room and to the workbench, and you can go ahead and build your ether scope. And just something to note in this process, depending on which anomaly portal you get, whether the one that I just shown you with Noct, your route is yard, particle, crash site, and those items do appear one at a time, so you need to collect one before the next one will spawn in. If your anomaly appears at power in the main power room, your route is going to be particle, crash site, and then the yard. And then if you get the anomaly that is at the pond, your route is going to be through the crash site, particle accelerator room, and then finally the yard. And then, like I said, you can take those 3 parts, come down to the workbench, and you can build your ether scope. Now this is going to spawn in another anomaly, and you'll want to continue over into the medical bay area. And here the things you'll want to do are activate the computer that is in the back of the room up on the second level. And then of course you're going to want to go into this anomaly as well. In doing those two steps, once that anomaly is active and you're in the dark ether, you'll head back into this room where the computer is, and you're going to pick up the diary that is on the desk. And you're going to take that diary down below right here, and you're going to activate the first ghost anomaly and give him the diary. And this is the diary of Dr. Vogel. And you don't have to stay here through this whole process and listen to him. You can go ahead and knock out each of these anomaly ghosts in succession. Just be careful of the Mayak that will spawn in. If you do kill him, the zombies will redirect their focus towards you primarily. The second anomaly appears inside the control room back by the prize computer, or the challenge computer if you will. And then the third ghost anomaly appears back down by the workbench where you originally built the ether scope in the particle accelerator room. But if you head down here and go ahead and activate the last one, that is the next part of the process complete, so you can continue on and upgrade your wonder weapon. Alright, and as you can see at this third spot here down in the bottom of the particle accelerator room, interacting with the ghost anomaly of Dr. Vogel at the workbench, giving him his diary and listening to his commentary. I did have the Mayak spawn in at this point, but apparently he has his back to me. He does not realize that I'm here, so that's good. I am not going to bother him. In turn, none of the zombies are going to be bothering me at this point either while listening to Dr. Vogel. But if you choose to interact with the Mayak and take him out, once you do, the zombies are going to turn their focus back onto you at that point. So that'll be something else you'll have to contend with. As soon as the anomaly does finish, the Mayak will come to life a little bit. But don't worry, once you are back in the real world and out of the dark ether, he will disappear. And then the only thing you have to worry about is any zombies that were left over. They will be focusing their attention back on you at this point once again. But in this process, what you've just done is acquired the password for the computer that's in the medical bay. So we're headed back to the medical bay, and we're going to interact with the computer once again and input this password. And once we do that, the chamber in the center of the room that is hanging from the ceiling will turn purple. So that lets you know that that step is complete. And in completing this step, you're going to unlock 2 new anomalies that are going to appear in the map. One is going to be at the bottom of the particle accelerator room in the back corner under the stairs. And then there's going to be a new anomaly that is going to be out in the pond area. And those 2 anomalies are required for 2 of the upgrades. And then also, if you plan on doing the Easter egg, all these steps were required in order for this, and then you can continue on with all your upgrades from there. And there you can see one of the anomalies. But going back into Noct, we're going to be working on our first upgrade. First and foremost, head back into Noct, go up the stairs, you're going to make your way over to this ramp. You're going to shoot that wooden box that was on the ledge, shoot that with the wonder weapon. Come over to this corner of the mezzanine area and use the suck feature on the wonder weapon, and you're going to grab this canister. And then we're going to make our way to the backside and Noct on the pond side, and we're going to grab a flask that is acquired from shooting that wooden crate that was on the ledge. That is where that flask appears from. So that is where we're headed. We're on the backside over on the pond area of Noct. And there you can see our flask is on the ground. We're going to take that flask and place it underneath this glowing purple fungus. And that in turn is going to give us our upgrade for the cryo weapon. But here I've activated the anomaly at the pond, and this anomaly is used for the fire element upgrade. By activating that anomaly, all you need to do is head down to the weapons lab, go down and drop through the floor or take the stairs down, however you choose to do it. But directly across from Deadshot Daiquiri is that laser cutting machine, and that is where you're going to put that fuse and it will cut. And then you can take that, once acquired, back over to that truck, and that is where your fire upgrade is at. And then you saw me take the flask that was now filled with blue liquid. We take that back to the medical bay. and interact with the chest that is over here, and that is going to be for our cryo upgrade. And you see me shooting that center chamber. I'm actually doing the Easter egg in this process, and that is another video in the making. But for now, we're going to head to the other anomaly that is in the particle accelerator room. This one's a little more lengthy in process. You need to grab 3 orange glowing crystals, and you can grab them one at a time. And I'll show you that process here. The first one I always grab once activating this is up knocked. It is up on the top floor, but you can take a little shortcut and just go up into the bedroom and look through the hole in the ceiling. You'll see it glowing. Use the suck feature to collect it. Once you have, the end of the Wonder Weapon will glow orange, and you can put the weapon away and run faster with your other weapon or whatever you're carrying, this knife, however you're playing the game. But go ahead, now that you have that charge loaded in your Wonder Weapon, make your way back down to the chest in the particle room to discharge your weapon and that crystal energy into the box that is down here at the bottom of the particle accelerator room, and it is just the opposite side of where that anomaly appeared. And make sure you're close to the box so that it actually discharges into there, and you can see that it did accept it because I got the little orange light on the side of the box. For a lot of players, if you're not close enough to this box or you misfire, it will not register properly. The second crystal I like to go for in this process is over here at Pond. In the same procedure, you do these one at a time. Use the suck feature, suck in the element, load it into the elemental weapon, or the Wonder Weapon, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and take this Mayak out so I don't have to worry about him. And I've only got 1 zombie on the map, so it's not an issue. But once again, make your way back down to the particle accelerator room and back to that crate that's opposite side on the bottom staircase of where the anomaly appeared, and discharge your weapon for the second time. And there you can see I got the second light. And if you run out of time, that's okay. You can do this in multiple steps if you choose to. If you can get it done in all one succession, then you're faster than me at this point, but you can do it all in one succession as well, but they just have to be done one at a time. But like I said, if you run out of time, just wait around and kill some zombies, and you'll get that anomaly to reappear. And your third and final crystal is right at the front entrance of the tunnel out the crash site. I'm going to go ahead and take him out once again, use the suck feature on my Wonder Weapon, get that charge loaded into my Wonder Weapon, and then for the third time and last time, make my way back down to that box at the bottom of the particle accelerator room, discharge my weapon, and now you have just completed the steps for the electric upgrade. And there you can see it said discharge weapon. That's what you want to see. Go ahead and grab that, and now you have your electric upgrade. And for the fourth and final one, that canister you grab from the mezzanine, you need to take that into the weapons lab underneath and insert it into that vacuum type machine that was on the wall, and you'll want to kill a plague hound next to it so it sucks in the poison gas. You want to take that canister once it's filled back to crash site at this chest, place it on top, and go ahead and melee it, and then there you have your fourth and final upgrade for the Nova 5 gas element. Alright everybody, and there is your full-length in-depth guide on obtaining the free Wonder Weapon Die Machine, all the elemental upgrades, all the prerequisites required, and all the steps needed to do so. And real quick, send a shout out to another UK gamer for being the original founder of the first 3 elemental upgrades, that being of fire, electric, and poison gas. And another big shout out to Noah J456 for finishing out and finding the final upgrade for the cryo element. There will be a link in the description of both of their channels if you want to head their way and show them some love. I'm sure they would truly appreciate that. And if you're still needing some questions answered or you're not quite sure on some of these steps, hit me up in the comments sections and I will answer your questions to the best of my ability to try to help you out. Once again, thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, drop a like on it and let me know that it did. If it helped you out in any way, shape, or form, drop a like on it, let me know that as well. If you're new to the channel, it's your first time, consider subscribing. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon.